At 13 years old, I remember very clearly the judge looking at me and telling me that I would never change.
I was with a childhood friend when I agreed to stand watch out as he went into a convenience store to steal beer. I didn't know that he had stolen his brother's loaded pistol.
I was found guilty of manslaughter and sentenced to 22 years.
I was transferred into the adult system where I was given a 25-year sentence for first-degree murder.
I had to plead guilty to two 25-year sentences to avoid life without the possibility of parole.
I am the senior advisor, national advocate.
I'm a youth justice advocate.
I work at the Campaign for the Fair Sentencing Youth.
The United States is the only country in the world that sentences people under the age of 18 to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Thousands and thousands of other children have received de facto life sentences.
50, 60, 70 years. People were sentenced, some states 13 years old, 14, 15, 16, 17 years old to life or close to life in prison.
Children who hadn't had a proper chance to experience life in the first place.
We know that children are not the same as adults. They have a unique capacity for change.
Brain science and knowing that a child's brain is not fully developed until the age of 25.
We're treating kids, particularly kids of color, as adults. We're throwing them into an adult system that was not set up for children.
They would always be known as the worst thing that they've ever done in their lives, and they committed an act as a child.
The Campaign for the Fair Sentencing of Youth was launched in 2009 by a group of people who had worked to end the juvenile death penalty, to serve as a hub for people working around the country to end now the most extreme sentence we impose on our children. Our legislative work is absolutely central to who we are as an organization, and in collaboration with directly impacted people on the ground and coalition partners, we build robust advocacy campaigns.
The Incarcerated Children's Advocacy Network. It is made up of men and women who went into the adult prison system as children and who are now home as adults in the community doing very positive things.
As we grow in this work, we're realizing that it's the very ones who experienced that brokenness, who have been through the system, that they themselves now as adults in free society are ripe for the occasion of standing up and being leaders.
ICANN looks to embrace these men and women who have taken time inside of prison to reform themselves in ways that are very beneficial to the community.
We've had extraordinary progress in scaling back these extreme sentences for children. The number of states that ban life without parole has about quadrupled, and the U.S. Supreme Court has stepped in 3 times to limit this practice. Thousands of people have been resentenced, and most importantly, hundreds have been released. These are people who were told as children they were worth nothing more than dying in prison. Our work is about undoing those policies, but also creating a climate in which we recognize the humanity of these children, and we see that all of us are better than the worst things we've done.
What it means is no longer shackling children. What it means is recognizing that every single child with an unformed brain, which is every single one, has a capacity to grow, change, thrive, and become someone better. That no child should be regarded as a throwaway.
We say that children deserve second chances to show that they are more than that worst thing.